The next setting, once you press enter, is statute or metric. So in other words, you can use statute measurements like inches and feet and miles per hour, et cetera, or you can use metric units. Most of us will probably want statute, so we're going to press enter. Gender, female or male. Use your scroll to select the right one. Your age, how old you are. Scroll up and down until you get that. Press enter. And then set in your weight. Press enter. Next comes height. By now you've got this. You can just kind of roll through this. Finally, you're going to get to a place where it says lifetime athlete. It does not matter what you select. That's for some other features that you can add on to the watch. It has nothing to do with the way that we'll use the watch. And so it doesn't matter what you select. If you want to make yourself feel really good, you can say yes, lifetime athlete, and that'd be fine. And then the last thing is it says user class activity. Again, that one doesn't matter. That's for some using the watch with some other functions that Garmin intended it to be used for. Once you hit enter after that, it says please wait. It takes a second, and then it's going to default to the time of day, and it should be that correct time of day that we just entered, and your watch is set up and ready to use. Okay? Any questions about that at all? Very good. Now, what our real intent is, we want to learn how to use it when we're active. How do we record our heart rate? You've all got your transmitters on. Let's pretend that we're going to go out and we're going to be active for a minute. All right, so when you start from the time of day screen, looks just like this. You're going to use the mode button. You're going to press the mode button one time. I want everybody to actually follow along. So you're going to do this with your watch. You're going to press the mode button one time. And what you will see, in this case, in my example up here, is suddenly the AM and the seconds appeared. Something you need to understand about this watch is it has what's called a power save mode. Automatically out of the box, this watch is in power save. And what that means is when it's in power save, it's just using less battery. And so if it's in power save, you won't see the AM, PM, and you won't see the seconds. But once you press the mode button once, then you will. And it's now out of power save, and it's totally operational with all its functions. Okay? So then we're going to press the mode button again. So I want you to press it a second time. And what it's going to do is go to a stopwatch and show you your heart rate. And right there you'll see it pick up. Is there anybody right now? So go ahead and do that. Make sure you're seeing this screen. And is there anybody that is not currently picking up heart rate? If you're not, raise your hand. We'll come around and help you make sure that you can get that. There are typically only two reasons primarily that you won't pick up heart rate. One is either this transmitter isn't snug enough. And it doesn't have to be overly tight, but it has to be snug enough so that it is flat against your skin. Or it's not moist enough. You haven't wet it so that it can pick up that electrical signal. So you may need to re-wet that. Okay? Everybody have heart rate? Good job. Once you have heart rate, now you're ready to go, go on your walk or your hike or your ride or whatever you're going to do. You're going to press the start button. Just press and release it. It says started, and you see the stopwatch begin to run. It's very important to understand that if you see the stopwatch running, that means you are recording heart rate. If the stopwatch is not running, you are not recording heart rate, even if you see heart rate. So you want to make sure that it's running. That's why we say start is the very first piece. Start, stop, and save. We've got to make sure we start it. Because if we don't start it, it's not going to record. You can see there that it records your heart rate during the thing. When you're all done with your activity, then you're going to press the exact same button to stop it. And it's going to say stopped. And the stopwatch will be stopped. And you now have recorded that file. But there's one last step. We've done start, we've done stop. We now need to save. To save, you're going to use the lap button, which is the bottom right-hand button if you're looking at it. And you're not just going to press it, but you have to press and hold it down. So we're going to press and hold that button down. It's going to count down reset in 3, 2, 1, and now it has saved that file and our stopwatch is back to 0. Okay? So start, stop, and save. Now, a couple of resources for you. You may not always remember that. A couple of things you can do. Number one, in your kit, there are 2 tools we gave you. One is a pamphlet that describes pretty much the same thing we've talked about in this orientation. Number 2 is a little start, stop, save business card. That little card on the front is the pictures of how to start, stop, and save. And on the back side is the text of how to start, stop, and save. So if you want to take that with you when you go out and active, it's kind of a small thing you can put in your pocket and just have a little cheat sheet, a little reminder of how to do those things. Thirdly, these videos are also on the website. So if you log in and go to cardio, you can watch any of these videos of how to do any function with the watch so that you can really learn it and see how it's supposed to work. Okay? Any questions about start, stop, and save? There's lots of other things you can do with your watch, but that's all you need to focus on right now. Start, stop, and save. All right. Now, we've gone over now the things that you really need to know to get started. And so now it really is time to go get started. I want you to think for a second, though, as you begin this program, as you begin this journey, I want you to think, what do you really want to be? Visualize that for a second. Do you want to be able just to play with your kids or your grandkids and have the energy and ability to do that? Do you want to lose weight, and feel better and look better and your clothes fit better? Do you want to be able to accomplish something physical and feel good about that? Whatever it is that you want to be, visualize that. Realize that it's totally possible. If you think about what were you doing 1 year ago and how fast this past year's went. And then think about what if you would have started this 1 year ago? Where would you be right now? Now fast forward 1 year, and where could you be by starting this right now? And visualize that. Realize that it really can happen. You really can accomplish some great things. I recently purchased this screwdriver, and I haven't tried it out yet. And since we're going to be spending a lot of time together, I thought we might try it out together. So let's try the screwdriver out, shall we? See how well it works. You with me? You willing to try this out? Okay, let's try it. What's wrong with it? The guy told me it works really well. This really is a tool. And a tool is only as good as the person who's willing to take a little bit of time to learn how to use it and to apply it. And so that's what you have. That's what this Nuvita program is. It is a tool. And if you will take the time to really learn how to use it, to benefit you, and what it can do to really change the way that you do things, it can really have a great impact on you. You can become a master craftsman with these tools. And you can craft the life that you really want. You can really have the pleasure and enjoyment that life is intended to be. And that comes from just feeling good about ourselves and feeling healthy and well and alive. And so that's the challenge before you. And so let's get started. Let's make the commitment. Let's make a commitment to ourselves. Let's make a commitment to our team. And let's get started and go forward and do some great things. I'm here to help you. Your coach is here to help you. And together, we're really going to be successful.